You can call me Trey. I'll be your parole officer for the time being. Is your last name Mays? Am I saying that right?
Yes, Mays.
Silent is the first name?
Silent.
What would you prefer me calling you?
Silent's fine.
Oh, okay, Silent. Sounds good to me. So I just want to let you know that it's my job to help you in your journey of transition between your prison and then like getting back out into the outside world. And just know that I'm here to help you. Anything you need, just ask me. I know like parole officers a lot of times get like a bad rep about being like sticklers and everything, and I just want you to know that I'll only be that way if I have to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. So let's talk a little more about what are you seeing as far as your struggles coming out of prison?
Well, I've been applying to a lot of jobs. It's just kind of hard for me to find a job because when it comes to filling out the part when they ask, have you been convicted of a felony, they look at my record and they automatically kind of think, I want to hire this guy, he's been in the prison. And it's just really hard trying to communicate with them, let them know that I've been on a straight path now for a little while and I've been doing good. And I served my time well and I didn't have any incidents. Just, I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so I'm hearing that finding a job has been an issue, obviously. How long have you been out of prison, Sal?
Been out of prison now 8 months and 30 days.
You've been looking for a job since day one, or did you just start recently? Has this been going on?
Well, I was at the halfway house and they let me come in and out to find work. And in between then, I found a job that let me work. I was working landscaping, cutting grass and a lot of stuff like that. But they let me go, so they needed some room, for money and stuff, whatever the reason may be. And I just haven't been able to bounce back since then.
Okay. So, did you enjoy your job with the landscaping company? Is that something?
Yeah, I kind of like the physical labor parts, relax. I like being outside. I'm not much of an indoor sit-down type of person, so I really enjoyed it. I've just been looking for anything in that. But as far as, like a part of my probation or parole, I have to have a job within, for a amount of time. So.
Okay, so have you looked into any landscaping companies, or what are some of the jobs that you're looking at that you think are not going to hire you because you're a felon?
Well, it's just kind of random, honestly, because I think it's based off like how they feel about me, they look at me, how they perceive me. I went to some construction places, and those guys, they were really full, I guess, this time of year. So then I tried Walmart and Dollar General, and those places like that really don't want me. I guess just because of my background.
From what I know about the job market, obviously, a lot of times on the application when they ask, are you a felon, it's for purposes of safety, I guess you could say, to keep the other employees in a safe environment, ensure the customers and all that kind of stuff. But a lot of times that has to do with like non-violent or violent crimes that put you in prison. So could you maybe talk to me a bit more about like what got you in prison in the first place? Or?
Yeah, I was arrested on distribution of marijuana and possession of marijuana with intent to sell. And that's just kind of, I served 3 years for that. And I've been doing good ever since though. But that was kind of, I guess they just, I think it was Walmart, it's maybe more just the fact I was dealing with the drugs and handling drugs, and they don't know if they can trust me within there. So.
Yeah. So I'm hearing that you're really, really hungry to get back in the job market.
Yeah, I'm a hard worker, and I just want to kind of, put my past behind me and show people, that I can be, a good person and do the right thing. And, without finding a job, I feel like it's like in the area I'm living in right now, I'm kind of, living with my mom right now, trying to find things. I feel like it's hard for me to keep on the right path if, I can't get a job because I need money to survive. I don't want to bother my mom, asking her or anyone else. I feel like I'm back in the same situation I was before.
I understand. You want to better yourself because of the environment that you came from.
Yeah.
Getting that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So what sort of education did you have before prison, or have you taken any classes since you've been in? Because I know a lot of prisons offer classes and things like that.
Yeah, well, I didn't graduate high school, that's when I was really just, acting up. But while I was in prison, I got my GED, and I did some like, technical work, stuff like
Okay.
construction and stuff, so I can, when I left, I could go join like the workforce instantly.
So, I'm hearing that manual labor is an area that you really like to pursue.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as far as that goes, it'll be hard to find a job, obviously, but maybe there are some things that I could do to help you as far as the job market goes.
Okay. I mean, I feel like just if you could find like some places that are open, I think there's a type of program that, works with like former convicted felons to help them find jobs. I was reading about, and if you could just like, connect me with some people like that or something, people that's gonna overlook my past, look at me for the person I've developed into.
I mean, I have a few connections. I mean, this being a small town, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people like the unemployment office and construction around town. Maybe I could put in a good word, since I've seen you're making a great improvement from where you were, obviously. Maybe that could be something that we work on. But before we go any farther, there's some things I have to go over, and I just wanted to get to know you a little better before we went over all the boring stuff.
Okay.
Basically, everything that we say in our meetings together is confidential. That being said, I won't report anything that you tell me or gossip about anything unless I believe that you're willing to hurt yourself or hurt somebody else. If someone's in danger, obviously I have to tell somebody because it's my job, and for your safety, obviously.
Okay.
So when you leave here today, I'll have papers and everything for you to sign and stuff like that. So just collect those from the lady at the front desk when you leave here, because I don't want that to take up part of our meeting time.
Yeah.
It's something you can get done.
Yeah, for sure.
So, how are you getting here? Like, are you having problems with transportation at all, or making it to meetings?
My mother, she's a retired nurse, so she allows me to use her vehicle from time to time. But without a job, it's kind of hard, putting gas in. So I'm also using the public transportation.
Okay.
So, or catching rides from like some of my friends when they have time. But as far as transportation, from and to work, I can usually always set something up, that's reliable. And if not, I'm willing to wake up at 4 a.m. and walk to work.
Mm-hmm. So you said friends, so that's good that you are still connected with people you were connected with before you went into prison. Tell me a little bit about like their behavior. Are they into some of the things that you're into?
Well, once I went to prison, I met some people that were on the right path, and I really, got back in my relationship with God. And some of the church people that my mother introduced me to are really into helping me, get to work and keep me on the right path. They've known me since I was younger, so they really helped me get back and forth and help me stay straight. It's a good little group that I can talk to.
It's great that you have a support group that's that strong, especially the main one being God, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah. Amen.
So, have you looked into any careers at the church or anything?
Yeah, it's funny that you asked that. They asked me, to work and be a janitor, and my pride had almost got in the way. And then right now, I'm kind of doing it from time to time, but, the church it's not a very big church, and only needs cleaning so often. But they usually give me $10 here and there, or a couple bucks here and there, enough, to give me some food and some gas, and to help mom out with the bills, but nothing like major pay that I really need, constant.
So I'm hearing that your pride's an issue. I mean, not necessarily an issue, but you don't want to be a janitor.
Yeah.
Of that sort. Yeah. Okay, but I mean, is that something like, say you were struggling to find a job like you are now, and then like we go through a couple meetings and you're still looking for work, would that be something you're willing to consider?
Yeah, of
Just
course.
to get you some
I just,
food on the
I
table?
was, I'm kind of curious. Like, I didn't know if it would count towards credibility while I'm out on parole. Would that be an okay job, or would it not? So I wasn't really sure if it was.
I mean, as long as I have a person to contact at your church that's going to be working with you or in contact with you, that will like give me honest answers to questions that I ask, which it's a church, so obviously I don't think that'll be an issue. But as long as I have a person of accountability, then I don't see an issue, and I can get it approved if it's an issue with my superiors.
Okay.
Hopefully. So, but I have a list of employers that we can look over to at the end of our session. I can get you with phone numbers and addresses and everything, stuff like that. So, cut this part out. So basically, what I'm getting out of this is my main job needs to obviously be to keep you out of trouble and to help you find some employment somewhere.
Yeah.
Put some money on the table.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and, I can stay out of prison, man, because I really don't want to go back, I had my fun there, as much fun you can have in prison. I just want to make sure I follow the rules and guidelines so, I can get off parole and get back to, trying to live a normal life again, man.
It's certainly important to keep, once you get some progress, to keep going in that way. Determination is going to be very important with these next few sessions. And speaking of sessions, typically 6 to 8, I'd say 6 to 8 months would be like the lifetime of your parole, but that could depend, especially since you're a nonviolent offender. It would, a violent crime would add to your parole.
Yeah.
But since that's not the case, then that will probably be the time frame. Okay. Depending on your court dates and how all that goes, and we'll be in contact with the judge, and he'll obviously get a record of things that go on in our meetings.
Okay.
Together. And like, I'll call you, let's say once a week at least, minimum, maybe more, depending on like struggles you're going through or problems that we need to address. And I'll call you and check up, but it is very important that when I call you answer, or else I have to report it to the authorities, because it's a flight risk issue that is apparent with many people that we're involved with at the agency. And it's just a way to keep both of us accountable with keeping track, and I'll have a record that you're free to look at any time about what's said and what goes on and stuff like that.
And right now I don't have any type of telephone besides the house phone that my mother allows me to use, so we could if there's like a certain time you want to call or something.
What time would be best for you and your mom? Because I know like she doesn't want the phone line tied up the house and everything.
Well, usually I start to go to Cleveland Church on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And if I'm not there, I'm usually searching for a job between 8 a.m. and about 2:30, and I come home and help around the house some. So if you want to call like 3 or any time between them,
okay,
fine.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Well, nothing's concrete, and if we find out that something works better, we can change it to that, obviously. But again, I'm here to help you out, and all that I ask is that you show up and attempt to get something out of our meetings together so that you can get on with your life. Because I know nobody wants this to be a permanent thing.
Yeah. Trying to progress forward.
So, I will get you the paperwork. It was a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a great day.